I've already went over introduction to this, so I guess I'll just get started. So 90 is a boo. That's a big. I guess it's not a big drop off from last year. He was like top 40 though pretty recently, but he's in med school now, so I don't really blame him. Not much to say. Didn't really travel too much. I don't think he really cares too much about it at this point. His priorities. Have to start my first year of medical residency, which is even bigger than med school, so it all depends. Yeah, he still likes melee, but he's not trying to climb the ranks. He's just playing to play at this point. He's just a major troll. He's not gonna have any time really. I'll be surprised if he stays top 100. To be honest, in med school, that'd be like pretty impressive. 89 is Priscent. I made that mistake for like a year, and then I have to like actually get it in my head. Super happy that he actually made it because he was very worried about not making it because he didn't travel enough. He's going to be really good. He'll be like top 50 next year if he travels. Station, who would you consider your rival? All the other EU top foxes, yeah, they're all growing together. It's actually crazy. What motivates you to compete in melee? Knowing that I can be the best eventually. That's a good reason. And then, Press Achievement 2019 winning Fit doubles. Yeah, that was actually a really fun tournament to watch. This guy's going to be super good. Watch out for him. Definitely going to be top 50 next year. Grinds like crazy. Really good Fox player. Good friend of mine, too. 88 is Zio. He finally makes top 100. I think he was like in the almost made it range last year. So happy that he actually got it this year. A lot of good. He had an impressive first half of the year, and I think he kind of fell off a little bit in the second half. Pretty up and down, yeah, but generally much happier with the start of the year versus the end. Exactly, yeah. Following, happy birthday. Thank you, man. Thank you for the follow. What about the year do you feel unsatisfied with? With your mindset in tournament, it feels like I've lost the ability to play the way I want. That happens a lot, actually. I had that happen to me at the beginning of 2018, and I just like wasn't playing Melee like the way I wanted to play Melee. And it's kind of happened to me at the end of this year, too, but I'm kind of have it back now. It's tough to keep it going. Yeah, most of these results from the first half of the year definitely had a rough second half, but he was playing like a borderline top 50 player first half. Priority for 2020, take a break from competing and traveling for fun. Alright, so I guess we're not going to see too much of him until the middle of next year, but still happy that he actually made it. Well deserved, really good player. 87 is Umarth. Not really surprising. I kind of figured he would be around this range somewhere. He's been like a steady riser, hasn't been like crazy improvement, but he's been like consistently getting like better every year. I know he beat Rishi at Shine, and I don't know who he beat at Main Stage. I know he got some other wins, but pretty solid year overall. Satisfied with how I consistently exercised and practiced Melee this year. Placed well at regionals and majors. Also didn't choke when playing on stage and stream, which is a huge improvement. Yeah, that's hard to do. How do you feel the Melee change in 2019? Better at slide off, DI, and ops decking. That's been a very common theme. Also, players practice a ton of Melee are doing much better. Yeah, I think just more players are practicing, so it's getting harder and harder to play. And at this stage in your career, who would you consider your greatest rival? Kevbud, yeah. From what I've seen in the NorCal results, they're always like right next to each other, basically. So, great friends, very different people. We've played nearly 100 sets of Melee. That's crazy. I can't imagine playing that many sets against anyone. I think the most I have is probably like someone in Rochester. Probably have like 30 or 40 sets. 86 is the real thing, so he actually climbed from last year, which is crazy because he was a little inactive. Or, maybe not inactive, I don't know, like, I guess he only went to, like, big events, but wasn't, like, inactive. He was, like, a few events, like, every few months. I know he beat Lucky at Big House, so that probably helped him a lot, because Lucky had a really good year. I think he beat Lucky at Big House, right? That's what I'm thinking of. I was able to make 4 big tournaments this year and place well at all of them. Yes, he did. Shows here, top 64 at all of them, top 25, or top 32 at everything else, including Big House, which is super nice. What do you feel unsatisfied with? I need to play with my floor so I can get set wins and I'm not playing good. Yep. You can't only be beating top 100 players when you're playing badly, or top players when you're playing badly. You got to be able to beat them when you're playing badly, too. Prior to 2020, I want to graduate with your bachelor's. Oh, he's in college? I didn't realize that. I guess he's a senior. I want to be able to at least make top 50 this summer and manage his time better. Yeah, super doable. I feel like if you want to climb from this range to top 50, it's just about grinding and making sure, like you said, you're raising your floor and you're going to consistently have those types of performances and really limiting bad losses. 85 is King Momo, around the same rank as last year. He's so much better than 85th. Like, anyone who knows him, he's so good. It sucks that he can't travel more. How do you feel about your 2019? It was aight. Nice. How do you feel Melee changed in 2019? Became more about the W and less about the game? Yeah. I feel that a lot, actually. People really trying hard just to win instead of, like, playing the way they want to, I guess. Which isn't a bad thing, but... Well, I don't like it, but... People just caring more about the win for sure. Thanks so much, Sharp. Hopefully it's a good one. What's your favorite button on the game controller and why? The shine button. Great interview. A wellspring of information. If he plays more and travels more, he's going to get top 50 easily. Top 40. He's actually so good, it's ridiculous. 84 is Lint. So Lint actually did make top 100. I think the KJH win at Shine probably put him over the top, but good on him. Definitely deserved. Link God, and now just Lint. At Link God. Another steady improver. Never had crazy improvement curves, but always, like, really steadily improving. Read myself 80 90. Yep. It's a bit high because you know what you're capable of. I feel like everyone kind of feels that way in this range, but still good to admit it. Favorite tournament series and why? Shine is lit Ath. That's a great reason. Not this past one. Between Triple E and being in the middle of Bumblefuck, I was not blown away by it, but at least the staff is still really good. So something you probably want to share with your fans. Love you all. Probably taking a slight step back from Melee this year, but I'll be around. I'm going to stay killing it either way. Interesting. A lot of people seeming to be kind of putting Melee on the back burner a little bit. Not that I can really blame them, but still sucks. 83 is Nikki, also well-deserved. Number 2 in Germany. Kind of farmed Prof this year, actually. Nikki, really solid Fox. Going to continue to get really good. Happy, very happy for him as well. Currently, what motivates you to compete in Melee? The way I view Melee and its place in life has drastically changed the second half of 2019. If I end up making the list, then I will have achieved all my final goals I had in mind when I started playing. But now that I'm as good as I am, there's no reason to stop trying to climb higher. Game is too much fun. Agreed. I kind of had a similar perspective when I first got top 100. Actually, he was only one rank off from my first rank. I was 84th. Who would you consider your rival? With Ice not attending, there isn't really anyone who play against often enough. Yeah, you kind of have to play enough to like actually consider someone your rival, but mostly just the Europeans. European scene looking very strong for like future top player representation. You have like 5 people that are probably going to be top 50 next year, newly edition top 50, plus Triff, plus you still have Leffen, plus you still have Prof, and Ice is coming back. So Europe actually might be pretty damn strong next year. Favorite tournament series and why? It's especially hard to answer as a European. Most important is how much Melee he can play, and he enjoyed every European major he attended this year. I've heard that the European majors are significantly better than the American majors in terms of like player experience. So I definitely want to go to one, hopefully soon. 82 Franz, the first solo doc in 5 years, and I think the youngest player to be top 100. He turned 17 after the ranking season was over. So I think the first doc in like 5 years is also the youngest. Really good stuff to him. Beat Hugs after Hugs beat me at main stage. We won't talk about that. Pretty good results overall. Didn't get to travel much, but hopefully he gets a chance to shine later this year. Maybe a little bit older, gets to travel a little bit more. We'll see. Getting better at the Fox match specifically and overall rising in ranks in SoCal is what he feels most satisfied with. Alright. What motivates you to compete in Melee? I want to show the world that Doc style is what it takes, and I want to give other Doc mates a person to look up to, because I never had a modern Doc to look up. That's true. And if that's your goal, that's a good goal to have with a mid-tier. Who are the best 2 characters in Melee? Theoretically, I believe it's Fox and Puff, but due to human error and how unrealistic it is to be perfect, in practice, I believe it's Puff and Marth. Great distinction. Almost like human errors are pretty hard to account for. But, yeah, I agree. Puff and Marth in practice, I think, are the 2 best. In theory, I do think it's Fox. And 81 is Nintendo. He actually made top 100 going back to Marth. And he did pretty well getting 33rd at Big House with Marth. That's really good for him. Got 25th at Genesis, but I think he went Ices. Pretty sure he went Ices. How do you feel Melee changed in 2019? Lots of new blood. Very technically proficient in flowcharts. And then, yeah, the old guard's definitely stepping away. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Nintendo, what is your favorite button on the GameCube controller and why? A, I like that it's placed right in the middle and larger than the others. I'm not sure why the button layout hasn't been used in any other controller since. I wonder why a person who played Ice Climbers really likes this green button. This just gets funnier every time I see it. I saw this and just cracked up. I was like, I cannot believe this person, a person who plays Ice Climbers just said that. So I was 1981. I'm not going as in depth because I'm gonna post these together because I missed yesterday like an idiot. Well, not really my fault, but still. So, 80 is Bobby Big Balls. Finally makes top 100. Won the National Melee Arcadian. Bunch of good wins. Bunch of horrible losses. Not much to say beyond that. Proudest achievement was putting forth a consistent, honest effort towards all my ventures despite living in a mentally and emotionally draining environment. Way deeper than I expected from Bobby. I'm watching you. Who do you main? Why do you main who you main? Stealing for creative expression when I play Falco seems so genuinely limitless, combined with being rewarded for constant aggression, high APM, and stylus optimization. Playing Falco well truly feels like an art. Is this who Bobby is, or is he like playing off of like that this is funny because of his persona? I'm so confused. Say something you want to share with your fans. To all my friends who've shown me sincere kindness and support throughout the years. Jesus Christ. The road to Kage wouldn't be accessible to me without the encouragement of the village. Never give up. Surrender. One shine. One dream. Alright. Cool. 79 is Cool Lime. Interested to see how all the Ice Climbers do next year. Pretty good year. That'd only be Tuesday at Pound. He had a few other big wins. How do you feel about your 2019 Melee as a whole? Felt like standard performance to me throughout the year, but only encouraged me that I had a shot at top 100 after I reflected on my performances a few months into the year. It increased his motivation to travel, etc., etc. Yeah, the added pressure. Like, if you feel like you have the ability to make top 100 and you lose it close out to someone ranked highly, it's just like, god damn it, I blew my chance. I felt that way against this kid. It tipped off 12, I think. How do you feel Melee changed in 2019? Expectations for who we expect to see in brackets have changed. Yep. Basically, names have shifted. I agree. And if the tier list was flipped, he would play Game & Watch. Oh, I'm so happy Game & Watch isn't good. He's so degenerate. I made him as a kid because he felt like one of the most unique characters and had a moveset that fit my playstyle. Alright, well, awesome, congrats. Boyd at 78, a little drop from last year. I think between Wobble being banned and a few other things, he kind of took a step back from competing. Favorite tournament series is Genesis, because it's located to the venue. Favorite one of the GameCube controllers is the Rumble Pack. Okay. And the two best characters in Melee are Fox and Falco because they have a frame one move they can jump out of. Alright. 77 is Mog. Wow, he made top 80? Good shit. Beat Army at Genesis. Beat Ginger at the Script. A few other big wins, I'm sure. Proudest team in 2019. Finally beating a top 100 player for the first time. And they continue beating throughout 2019. And getting a sponsor. Shoutouts to Faint. Congrats for the sponsor. Priorities for 2020, grinding music, stacking paper, blowing the fuck up, wrecking fools, and Melee. Nice. That's exactly what I'd expect coming from him. Oh. Mog Messenger. How do you feel about your 2019 Melee so far as a whole? Better than any other so far. My highs have been higher than any of the year in regards to wins placing, and I'm just grateful I didn't end up liking Ultimate too much when it dropped and didn't switch. Yep. Thank God that I don't like that game also, because I don't want to give up Melee. Good stuff to him, though. Super grinder. This dude, like, every time I posted an East Coast Melee for games, every time he'd hit me up. Crazy grinder. 76 is Frenzy. Yeah, I kind of figured European would get a little underranked, but that's fine. What are your priorities for 2020? Great year, actually. Really, like, superb year. Thought he'd be in around the 60s to 50s, but this is still fine. Well-deserved. I think in 2020 I want to get to America more and get my big win. I've had a lot of solid performances and wins, but no WoW tournament. Yeah, pretty much. On top of that, I'd say I want to start challenging Europe's upper echelon more consistently and to be a bigger threat to win events. He's very consistent for a Falco. Very consistently good. Very consistently good. Favorite tournament series was Air. I've heard that all too often. RIP. World record number of setups, friendly environment, and best crowd. And he's hoping Fate will become the successor. And his rival Sechi, yeah, that's obvious. They're both from the UK, both extremely good up-and-comers. Sechi's obviously amazing. 75 is Curve. I just find Curve hysterical as a human being. I love him. He's so ridiculous. A lot of good wins, a lot of losses to Marth. What could motivate you to compete in Melee? Clout. Direction to the point. What's your least favorite matchup and why? Marth, because he beats everyone 90-10 at least. Alright. Say something you want to share with your fans. We should ban Marth in 2020 to keep the game alive. I don't know what else I was expecting from his player interview. Curve. You know the Luigi who hates Marth like with a passion. This man played a set against a Marth, went Fox, got down throw down tilted, stock one of the set, unplugs his controller, and forfeits. I think it was against Kadoran.
He doesn't have the heart of a champion.
Doesn't have the heart of a champion. Let me see if I can find this set, because it's actually hysterical. Hold on. I really want to see if I can find this set. Hold on. Fox. Was it this one? It might not have been stock one, but given that this is 3 minutes long, I have a feeling it's this set.
Okay.
Okay, so this is game one. This is game one.
Okay.
Wait. Wait, it actually happened at the beginning. Okay.
Did you want to get food delivery?
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'll look at the options. Dude, look at this. Set starts, Fox Marth.
Did he play Luigi?
Yeah, he went Fox for this, gets down throwed, doesn't even jump. Gets down throwed, fist bumps. That's the end of the set. Oh, Curve.
Good for him. He knows his place.
Yeah, he knows his place. He knows when he's met his match. So yeah, this I think Kadoran won. So this player interview makes perfect sense. I'll look at the options after I know this to see what I want to eat. Yeah. Chat, give me suggestions on what to eat. I'm probably not going to listen to any of you, but give me suggestions. 74 is Commaster. Could not get a hold of him before the ranking. That doesn't surprise me. Another Luigi player. Indian food? I don't really know his results that well, but he's always been consistently pretty good. A little drop off from last year. He plays Falcon for Marth. Don't blame him. 73? Damn. I didn't think he'd be ranked that high. Good shit, Nico. Finally gets his top 100. He's been so close for like 3 years now. So that's dope that he actually got it. Beating Westpol's at Smash Camp, 7th at the Arcadian. House of Pain, he did really well. He beat fuck, who did he beat? He had like I think he beat Jake and Shaken. Oh well, can't make this for kids because I just cursed. Beat Jake and Shaken, almost beat Moki, almost beat Lucky, like 2 really close sets. Well deserved. Priorities for 2020, become a top 50 player and connect more to the LGBTQ scene that we have at Nationals. Alright, pretty much what I expected. Motivated to play Melee because it's the best hobby I could think of that fosters community bonding, competitive spirit, and self-expression at the same time. Again, exactly what I'd expect from him.
Community bonding.
Shout out to the LGBTQ plus Melee community for making me feel welcome and loved during my career, etc., etc. And he hopes he can give back as much love as he's received. I could not give you a more Nico response. Really happy that he made top 100. He's been trying for so many years. Swear 50 times right now so you can mark your vid, not for kids. I already sweared, so I'm good. Swore. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well deserved this year. Free Palestine at 72. Okay. Made number 101 last year. Now at 72. That's a pretty big jump. Happy for him. Favorite tournaments here is Full Bloom. It's close, run by people who care, great competition, and I love tournaments run at colleges and not convention centers. I'm down for that, actually. I like that, too. I think convention centers are great for big tournaments, but for, like, small majors and stuff, I actually really like, colleges a lot, actually. I like colleges a lot, actually. I'm gonna adjust the camera quickly.
I have to grab my clothes.
Okay. As I say, who would you consider your rival? Dreffin, 100%. And where do you think he'll be ranked? 90s and 80s. And he underestimated himself. Good for him. Another guy grinded a lot. Almost beat Rishi at Big House. Was like up game 4 and game 5 and lost both games. Super close. Where do you think you'll be ranked? Do you think it'll be different for you rank yourself? Okay, we already went up. And the 71 is Ryan Ford. Big drop off. I know that he hasn't taken the game as seriously. I don't think he got any worse. I think just everyone else got a little bit better. Priorities for 2020: set up financial stability and help fix up the house. The tier list was flipped. Which character would you play and why? Pichu, Ness, or Kirby? The first two characters were Kirby, then Ness in SSB 64. Pichu's adorable. Mario would also still suck, so rip. What's your favorite button on the game controller and why? Why? Why not? Alright. Well, that's that. So that was a 90 to 71. I'm excited to see who is in the next range. We're getting pretty close to the top 50. Shouldn't be too many more surprises, just kind of filling out where everyone is. And Luigi's. 2 Falcos, 2 Peaches, 2 Ice Climbers, 2 Luigi's, yeah. Yeah, look at that. And then we have a Sheik and a Fox. Well, Ryan Ford also goes Sheik for some matchups. I know goes Sheik for MS. But good stuff. Good stuff to everyone. Good stuff to all the newcomers. A lot of new faces, which I'm really happy for. Happy for Nico. Happy for Palestine. Curve is just hysterical. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Good stuff Frenzy. Good stuff Mog. Boyd. Took a step back while I am good stuff. And Bobby. That's that. Kamaster is barely still the best Luigi in the world. Suitsei seems underranked. A little bit, yeah. That's kind of what I said when I saw him. I feel like he should have been a little bit higher. Everyone here, not crazy bit. I think the Europeans got underranked a little bit, but that's about it. I'm pretty happy for all of them, to be honest. Okay. So I feel like Sunsei is higher than Kage. Oh no, I 100% think Sunsei should have been higher than Kage. I'm shocked he wasn't higher than Kage. So that's that. I'm gonna upload that to